An Antioxidant-Free Radical Guide. Chapter 1. Antioxidants/free radicals. Antioxidants info. Antioxidants are enzymes that both fight carcinogens that can lead to cancer and other diseases, and they work to slow the degenerative process. Therefore, they are the fountain of youth, so to speak. Free radicals are the damaged, mutated, harmful molecules your body releases in response to certain types of stress and hard living. Aging is a buildup of weakness in the body caused by free radicals. The body's repair systems get weaker and free radical damage accumulates, leading to disease, loss of skin elasticity, deterioration in the mind and body. Free radicals are unstable molecules that have an unpaired electron. They cause oxidation, a process whereby oxygen changes, damages, or breaks down cells in your body. They seek stability by taking an electron from a surrounding molecule in a cell for themselves. The attacked molecule then has an unpaired electron, becoming a new free radical. The chain reaction continues nightly. Free radicals destroy DNA. Antioxidants inhibit the oxidation caused by free radicals. The vitamin C and E and beta-carotene, which converts to vitamin A in your body, and the minerals magnesium, copper, and zinc are antioxidants. Antioxidants cancel out cancer-causing free radicals before they damage cells, but they only last for a few hours, which is why you have to keep eating antioxidant-rich foods, mostly fruits and vegetables. Antioxidants are a diverse group, which is why you should eat a variety of fruits and vegetables. Antioxidants bind with free radicals and make them harmless. Antioxidants are vitamins, minerals, substances in health foods and in supplement form that help the body heal and stay healthy. An antioxidant is a chemical that halts the oxidation of other chemicals like free radicals. Whatever you can do to release antioxidants and minimize free radicals will keep you young and your brain strong. Antioxidant foods. 1. The major antioxidants and the foods they're found in are vitamins A, C and E, citrus fruits, yellow and orange vegetables, fatty fish, vegetable oils, nuts and grains. Allylic sulfides, garlic, onions. Bioflavonoids, fruits and vegetables. Catechins, berries, green tea. Curcumin, turmeric, cumin. Genistein, broccoli and other cruciferous vegetables. Indoles, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower. Isoflavones, beans, peas, peanuts. Isothiocyanates, horseradish, mustard, radish. Lignans, fatty fish, walnuts. Limonoids, citrus fruits. Lycopene, grapefruit, tomatoes, watermelon. Monoterpenes, basil, citrus fruits, orange and yellow vegetables. Omega-3 fatty acids, fatty fish, canola oil, walnuts. Phenolic acid, berries, broccoli, cabbage, carrots, citrus fruits, peppers, tomatoes, tea, grains. Protease, soybeans. Quercetin, grapes, wine. Terpenes, citrus fruits. Antioxidant foods. 2. Alfalfa. Annatto. Basil. Beets. Blackberries. Blueberries. Broccoli. Brussels. Cardamom. Cherries. Cilantro. Cinnamon. Cloves. Corn. Cumin. Eggplant. Fennel. Garlic. Ginger. Grapefruit. Grapes. Kale. Kiwi. Mint. Nutmeg. Onion. Oranges. Oregano. Paprika. Pepper. Pink. Plums. Prunes. Raisins. Raspberries. Red. Rosemary. Saffron. Sage. Spinach. Sprouts. Strawberries. Tarragon. Thyme. Turmeric. Green and white teas. Vitamin C. Carotenes such as beta-carotene, alpha-carotene, cryptoxanthin, zeaxanthin, and lutein. Glutathione is the body's most important antioxidant. Curcumin. Silymarin, milk thistle. CoQ10, an enzyme. Fat-soluble vitamins A, D and K. Vitamin D3. Minerals antioxidants such as manganese, selenium, and zinc. Free radicals info. A free radical is any atom or molecule that has a single unpaired electron in an outer shell. Free radicals are nasty, unhealthy, toxic things floating around in your body who try to get into healthy cells, eat them, conquer them or destroy them. When there are too many free radicals in the body, you get sick. Wrinkles and age spots are signs of free radical damage. Free radicals are unstable molecules that have an unpaired electron. They cause oxidation, a process whereby oxygen changes, damages, or breaks down cells in your body. They seek stability by taking an electron from a surrounding molecule in a cell for themselves. The attacked molecule then has an unpaired electron, becoming a new free radical. The chain reaction continues nightly. Free radicals destroy DNA. A free radical wreaks havoc by damaging DNA, corroding cell membranes and destroying cells. Free radicals play a major role in the aging process as well as in the onset of cancer, heart disease, stroke, arthritis, and a host of other ailments. The analogy is that free radicals make our bodies rust like iron rusts. When this rusting goes extreme, it can cause tumors, hardening of the arteries, wrinkled skin, and macular degeneration. A single free radical can destroy a healthy cell and set off a chain reaction to destroy a million more. There are four main sources of free radicals: environmental toxins, air pollution, cigarette smoke, smog, soot, automobile exhaust, toxic waste, pesticides, etc. Body production. Our bodies produce free radicals as a byproduct of normal metabolism. Stress in life. Chain reactions. When a free radical steals an electron to balance itself, it creates a new free radical in the molecule from which it stole the electron. This goes on and on for a while. Some types of free radicals are: superoxide radical, tries to steal an electron from the mitochondria of the cell. Hydroxyl radical, attacks enzymes, proteins, and the fats in cell membranes. Lipid peroxyl radical, unleashes a chain reaction of chemical events that kill a cell. Your body is constantly replacing and repairing free radical damaged cells. The problem is that it can be overwhelmed by them. That's why antioxidants are important to nullify them. Quite often the digestive system forms free radicals in order to battle viruses and bacteria. Free radicals need to get the negative charge from the electrons of other cells. This is how they destroy healthy cells, by stealing their electrons. Antioxidants seek out and donate electrons to free radicals, thereby nullifying their ability to steal electrons from healthy cells. One free radical is capable of destroying an entire cell or a strand of DNA. There are many types of free radicals in the body. Free radicals damage body cells, which may lead to the development of diseases such as cancer. Antioxidants stop free radicals by muckling onto them, neutralizing them. This pairing causes a dead cell that is flushed out of the body. People age because cells accumulate free radical damage over time. In very high volumes, free radicals can alter the genetic code material of cells. These mutations can cause serious diseases like leukemia. To fight these free radicals, eat foods rich in antioxidants. Their job is to seek and destroy free radicals which cause damage to cellular structures in your body. Free radicals are the product of oxidation. They can start a chain reaction of destruction that leads to heart disease, strokes, cancer, and other chronic inflammatory diseases. Free radicals are oxygen molecules that cannot find a mate and destroy anything in their path. An antioxidant is a molecule capable of reducing oxidative damage due to oxygen, which is likely caused by free radicals. Free radicals damage the molecules of cells in a chain reaction of oxidative damage that continues until antioxidants stop that chain reaction. The best antioxidants are vitamin E and vitamin C. Oxygen radical absorbance capacity /ORAC. Oxygen radical absorbance capacity /ORAC is a unit of measurement that measures the antioxidant values of some foods. Some food is put into a test tube then analyzed. You need at least 2,400 to 3,000 ORAC or oxygen radical absorbance capacity in your daily diet. Foods high in ORAC are good for you like fruits, vegetables, berries, phytoplankton, and barley. High ORAC foods may slow aging. The ORAC procedure was developed by Dr. Gihwa Cao, a physician and chemist at the USDA. ORAC detects the free radical scavenging ability of foods. Antioxidantchart.com/ORAC-values, ORAC values. ANTIOXIDANTS-4-LIFE.com/ORAC value.html. ars.usda.gov/nutrient data/ORAC. Aging is free radical damage. Aging is genetically pre-programmed into the cells of the human body. We all started our lives as a single cell, namely the female egg known as the ovum. After fertilization, the ovum contained a complete set of chromosomes, half from our mother and half from our father. This genome is a blueprint for building the human body. The building of our bodies began through a process of cell division which divide and multiply to make us complete human beings. Even into adult life, most of our cells continue to divide, but they don't create perfect copies. They create imperfect copies which erode little by little as our cells divide. This causes aging, this processes of cell division. Your cells only divide so many times, then it's over. You die. When enough inexact copies have been made and accumulated in our cells, the effects of aging become visible. These genetic errors or mutations cause the graying of our hair when the pigment cells in the scalp cease to function. Similar factors cause our bones to weaken, our joints to shrink and our spines to curve. After the age of 55, the rate of aging goes very fast because the rate of deterioration doubles every 6 years. Free radicals, mostly from polluted air, causes corrosive damage to the cells. Antioxidants and enzymes fight these free radicals. In order to fight free radicals, cells must divide. A telomere is a repeating DNA sequence found at the tail of every chromosome. It only divides so many times before it's used up. When the telomere has been reduced to a certain point, the cell stops dividing and enters a stage called senescence. At this point, the cells and their functions suffer an escalating amount of damage. Human cells divide at different rates and genes have different mutation rates, for reasons that are not entirely clear to scientists. Certain sequences of DNA bases mutate more often than others. This genetic damage occurs at different rates in different parts of the body. Large genes with more interspersed pieces of DNA are more prone to damage than simpler genes. If the genes which specify the self-maintenance system are themselves attacked, the cells will become less effective at repairing the damage and the speed of deterioration will thus increase. The immune system has the highest mutation rate of all body cells and is among the first to fail with age, leaving us susceptible to all manner of diseases. In June 1995, it was announced that scientists had found a longevity gene that could prolong the life of microscopic earthworms by up to 65%. By experimenting with mutations of this gene, they found that one mutation caused a remarkable improvement in the worm's resistance to toxins, temperature fluctuations, and ultraviolet radiation. They are trying to find this mutation for human genes. Traditionally, it had been thought that it was biologically impossible to regenerate the nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord unlike other body tissues once they were damaged, but scientists are now looking into regenerating these cells as a young person does. Dr. François Schachter of France found one gene, named HLA-DR, more prevalent in centenarians than other people. Schachter's colleague Marie-Laure Muras found a gene named PARP which may be responsible for specifying the DNA repair process. The best we have right now is to fend off the free radicals before they cause any damage. Scientists working for the Geron Corporation are confident that the telomeres are the clocking mechanism that determines the life of the cell. They are trying to influence the length of a telomere. This would be a dramatic development, with the possibility of preventing the vast majority of genetic copying errors arising in the first place, as well as enabling the restoration of youth to already senescent cells. The battle between supplements and real food. According to quackwatch.org, the FDA doesn't want people to label their antioxidant supplements as medical healers or the fountain of youth because there is no evidence to suggest they work, and there's even less evidence to suggest they work better than food. Getting antioxidants through regular food has a better absorption rate in the stomach. When you package an antioxidant into a pill, it loses some of its healing ability. I'm not against people buying antioxidant supplements, especially if you're over 60. I say use anything you can to thwart aging, especially if you have money to burn. What else can you really spend your money on after 60 that's genuinely useful? The thing is that I don't use supplements. Every single day I eat fruits and vegetables. I eat nuts every 3 days and I eat whole grain cereal. It's your life. Eat good foods. If you can afford it, why not buy a few bottles of antioxidant pills? There are lots of studies around that have implicated some antioxidant like vitamin C or E as helpful in preventing some major disease like cancer or heart disease, but the question is always whether there's a qualitative difference between the antioxidant in pill form versus food form. Antioxidants are compounds that stop the harmful effects of free radicals. There are 3 sources of antioxidants. Metabolic enzymes produced by the body. Health foods and plants provide powerful antioxidants. Other sources like endorphins created through activity. Antioxidants exist as part of several substances in food, not alone. For example, beta-carotene always exists as part of a carotenoid complex. In nature, vitamin C always comes as part of complex containing bioflavonoids and calcium. There is often a big difference between the natural and the synthetic form of an antioxidant or vitamin. DL-alpha-tocopherol, the synthetic form of vitamin E isolate, is only half as effective as the naturally derived isolate, which is not as effective as the whole complex in food. The bottom line is that antioxidants and vitamins in food is better for you than using them in pill form. They call it synergy or something like that, the way vitamins and minerals work together in food. Foods high in antioxidants. Foods high in antioxidants are vegetables, fruits, berries, nuts, and wine. Vitamin A, alpha and beta-carotene is in carrots and colored vegetables. Grape skin contains resveratrol, which fights cancer and possibly increases longevity. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA.gov, rates a large number of foods according to their oxygen radical absorbance capacity. The higher the number, the more powerful the antioxidant value. All ratings were based on 3.5 ounces of the tested food. Some high antioxidant foods are as follows: blueberries, broccoli florets, Brussels sprouts, carrots, high in the carotenoids, kale, pomegranates, prunes, raisins, raspberries, raw spinach, strawberries. Dietaryfiberfood.com/antioxidant.php. Antioxidant therapy. Antioxidant therapy is the process of using vitamin pills, antioxidant creams and other methods to raise your antioxidant levels and lower your free radical levels. The key carotenoids are beta-carotene, alpha-carotene, lycopene, and zeaxanthin. Vitamin E reduces the incidence of prostate cancer. Vitamin C, ascorbic acid, has many health benefits. Lutein helps with the prevention of macular degeneration and has strong anti-cancer properties. Zeaxanthin is beneficial to the eyes and helps in the prevention of macular degeneration. Lycopene, in tomatoes, defends against prostate cancer and bladder cancer. Selenium, a component of glutathione peroxidases, stops the growth of tumors. L-methionine, an essential sulfur amino acid, is a liver detoxifier. Quercetin prevents the release of histamines into the bloodstream, thereby helping to control food and pollen allergies. Ginkgo biloba is a brain antioxidant, oxygenates the blood, increases circulation, and strengthens blood vessels. Curcumin is in the spice turmeric. It stops the growth of tumors. Green tea has antioxidants called polyphenols, which contain flavonoids called proanthocyanidins. Green tea prevents tumors. Bilberry bioflavonoids help the connective tissue that lines blood vessels and binds ligaments throughout the body. Alpha-lipoic acid, ALA, boosts vitamin E, vitamin C, and glutathione levels in body cells. Grapeseed extract is made up of proanthocyanidins that help blood circulation. AntiAgingNewYork.com. Antioxidant therapy. Antioxidant-Guide.com. Antioxidantnet.com/antioxidant therapy. Antioxidant websites. nlm.nih.gov/medlineplus/antioxidants.html, antioxidants. Antioxidantguide.org. Antioxidant-testing.com. vitacost.com/science/hn/sup/p/antioxidants.htm. vitamins-source.com/antioxidants. Free radicals websites. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/free_radical_research, Free radical research is an academic journal that publishes review articles on the critical role free radicals play in diseases such as atherosclerosis and the inexorable process of aging. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/free-radical_theory. nativeremedies.com/ailment/free-radical-damage-and-aging.html. StopFreeRadicals.com. Elsevier.nl/locate/freeradbiomed, Free Radical Biology and Medicine Journal of the Oxygen Society. tandf.co.uk/journals/titles/10712.html, Free Radical. Research Journal of the Society for Free Radical Research, Europe. sfrr.org, International Society for Free Radical Research. OxygenSociety.org, Oxygen Society. packer.berkeley.edu/packer_home.html, Packer Laboratory. At the University of California, Berkeley, USA, research into how reactive oxidants are generated in biological systems, oxidative stress, and how these processes modulate gene expression. nih.gov/sig/ROSIG, Reactive Oxygen Species Interest Group, a special interest group of the National Institutes of Health which is linked to the Oxygen Society. webmd.com/content/article/104/1076339.htm